In this video, you will learn how to choose a currency pair and what to pay attention to. And, accordingly, after this video, you will be able to choose a currency pair very accurately and, accordingly, make money on it. We'll go over the method we'll use on TradingView, and we'll also go over Pocket Option. Accordingly, you will understand both methods. And as I said, after this video, you will really be able to choose the currency pairs on which you will earn money. Because choosing a currency pair is 50% of our success. Let's go straight to the video. To begin with, it doesn't matter how you trade. You work with a robot. You work independently using some strategies. The most important thing is the price movement. Look, if a currency pair, yes, you see that it moves steadily downwards or steadily upwards, then this is a good currency pair on which you can make a predictable analysis. But if your currency pair is going in some way like this, sometimes higher, sometimes lower, and, accordingly, we have complete chaos on the chart, then we will skip such currency pairs. Therefore, the very first thing is to learn to look for trend movements. That is, if you find a movement like this, when the price moves structurally upward, that is, it makes corrections, it stops and simply grows. This is a great movement as a training manual. And the same downward movement. If we have a correction, that is, here we can pay attention to the fact that we have a main movement. We have a correction of the main movement, another correction, and, accordingly, the price goes on like this. That is, this is the very first thing you should pay attention to. With that, I hope, sorted out, let's move on to the next factors, since we still have them here. But first, I want to remind you more information to make money on currency pairs and Telegram channel. You will also find ready-made strategies and indicators there, and you can simply copy them and apply them right now on the chart. So, if you want a ready-made strategy, if you really want to learn, then follow the link in the description and grab all the useful tools from our Telegram channel. I'll leave a link in the description, so go ahead and grab the ready-made tools. Look, when you choose a currency pair, there's actually a very simple pattern. If you look at the payouts on currency pairs, they're all different. And the larger the payment, the more difficult it is to do the analysis. I'm saying this if you, for example, want to trade on your own, then look at the payout. Accordingly, if the payout is more than 85%, then this is a rather difficult currency pair, which is difficult to analyze. If we have a payout of 40 or 50%, then this is a very easy currency pair, which can be easily analyzed. Let's even look at an example. Look, here we have a currency pair, dollar Swiss franc. Let's open a sell transaction for $500, not a large amount, for example. So what can we observe here? We have a good downward movement going on here. So we can see the price is moving down. We had a correction here, then another small, prolonged correction, and now we're moving down again. So you can just open a trade with the trend and simply wait for it to turn a profit. Yes, this isn't a great option because the payout is small. For example, on $1,000, we'll only get $430 in profit, whereas on some other currency pairs that are harder to analyze, we could have gotten not $400, but, for example, $900. So it's up to you. If Seiki is your priority, then choose these currency pairs with low payouts. You'll be making very safe analyses, or rather, opening very safe trades. As you can see, the trade closes in profit. And now let's see how to work with, you could say, our tool on difficult currency pairs, also in a relatively safe way. So let's do a quick summary. If you're a beginner, then use the low payouts. You can go here to the currency pair and sort by payout. It works pretty much the same way on OTC markets. By the way, you can also add a currency pair to your favorites. When you click on the star right here, the currency pair appears on the left. So you add all the currency pairs you need, and you can see the payouts right away. Then you go in, look at the movement, see if you understand it or not, and then you open a trade. Let's look at a pair with a much higher payout, and open a trade on it using our signature tool. For example, I'll choose the British pound dollar. And let's put down $2,000 here. So I'll go over to the booster bot, press start, meaning I'm reactivating the robot. Select the British pound dollar currency pair, set the trade time to 1 minute. And now we just wait for the signal. This means we don't even need to do any analysis. We just get a signal to sell or to buy. and then we simply open the trade and follow the signal. So it's definitely easier to work with the bot, but again, we still actually have a choice. So if you see a currency pair like this one, yes, it's difficult right now, and I specifically want to show the robot's capabilities. But it's still better to choose currency pairs that are moving well upwards or downwards, ones that will be fairly predictable, because on pairs like this, you can sometimes make a big mistake. And as you can see, this trade closes in profit and brings me $1,800. So, in reality, you can comfortably work with a robot even on high payouts, and that will also be good for you. But if you don't want to work with a robot, for example, then it's better to choose currency pairs with a low payout, and that will be much safer. By the way, I'll also leave a link to the robot in the description. So, after this video, you can join our Telegram channel and get more information from there. Or, as an alternative, you can activate our robot and work with it. So, the most important thing is to choose currency pairs that you understand, because we have, well, for example, if we set the time frame to 5 seconds, then a currency pair like this, if you see one, it's better to skip it. By the way, I also advise you to learn how to do your analysis on popular currency pairs, and there are actually 3 of them. That's the Euro dollar, the British pound dollar, and the Euro Australian dollar, or the Euro Swiss franc. So, for the third and fourth options, you can choose one of those 2 currency pairs. So, if you work with these currency pairs, you'll be able to read the market very well, because that's where all the volatility and all the volume are. I hope this video was helpful for you. Be sure to follow the links in the description, join our community, and start trading with us. On that note, I'll say goodbye, and I'll see you in the next videos.